there, we're making something in the Disney Princess Healthy Treats cookbook today. It's a breakfast recipe, or it's in the breakfast section. It's called Flounder, Mango, and Blueberry Striped Smoothie. So it's inspired from The Little Mermaid and Flounder, and it's supposed to look like a stripe, I think, like Flounder says. And I'll show you the picture there of it. So this is just a layered smoothie. So what I'm gonna do first is I have all my ingredients here. I've got some frozen fruits and stuff. One layer is frozen blueberries with a few other things, and the other is frozen mango with a few other things. So I'm going to blend the blueberry. I'm going to blend the blueberry layer first, and then I'll put that aside in a glass, rinse this out, blend the mango layer, and then I can make these nice little layers in the thing. And it does say you can top it with additional frozen blueberries or mango or something like that. I'm probably not going to do that. I just, I just like to drink my smoothies. I don't necessarily need the big chunks of fruit in there. All right, so let's get started with the blueberry layer. All right, let's see. So you have this little like ice cube tray thing. I fill this up and this goes in here. And this on top I thought was frozen ice cubes, but apparently I filled it this morning and forgot and they weren't quite frozen yet. Oh, there's water all over my kitchen floor. Fun. Water is cleaned up. Luckily it's just water. My floor needed cleaned anyway. Okay, so here's the blueberry stuff blended. I'm going to put this in a glass, it says, and just put it in the freezer while I rinse out and then do the mango part. Okay, so I rinsed it out. I gave it a really good rinse and kind of wipe out. I didn't use soap, honestly, in between cleaning it. It was cleaned prior, and I figured, honestly, these are going to be blended together anyway, so I'm not really super worried if, a little blueberry flavor ends up in my mango. In terms of the yogurt, it basically says you can use any kind of yogurt that you want. You can use plain or flavored, regular, Greek. I end up using this Icelandic yogurt that I really like, this Sigis vanilla bean, just to give it a little flavor to it. I just wanted maybe a little vanilla in there. Just make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, yep. So my blueberries in the freezer. So after I blend this, it does say I should put it in a glass and let it freeze for 10 minutes before I start layering stuff. I'm guessing they want the smoothie to be a little bit more like solidified or something before you start layering it, so it doesn't like, I'm guessing if it's too soft, the colors will kind of meld together. So anyway, so blending, freezer, then I'll come back to put it all together. All right, so these have been in the freezer for about 10 minutes. I took the picture, like if you saw it here, let me put it again. They kind of look like stemless wine glasses. So I have this like larger stemless wine glass, so I'm gonna use that to make my layers. All right, I'm gonna start with the mango layer because that looks like what they have first. And I'll add the blueberry layer. Trying to make sure I get like the little stripes going on the side here. All right, and I'll do the mango again. Picture, it looks like they did mango, blueberry, and then finished with the mango on top. So my layers aren't exactly as straight or as perfect as the other one or evenly distributed, but you kind of get the little flounder stripe. I'm actually going to just put a little bit, touch more of the blueberry on top because I'm worried that's going to be a little too heavy mango. So, all right, let's grab a straw here. Yeah, that's really tasty. All the flavors come together really nicely with the blueberry and the mango. I know I've made some smoothies before in these videos, and these are more of flavors that I probably prefer in smoothies. And the mango's not always one of my go-to, but yeah, this is pretty tasty. It's a little thick. I think that's just because, you know, you put the freezer to let it sit up a little bit, and there's enough left in these glasses. I can definitely get another one or so out of it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in like a mason jar and save them for later. And then I'm going to enjoy this. Review time of the Flounder Mango and Blueberry Striped Smoothie. I love this smoothie. I thought it was really, really good. I love the blueberry and the mango flavors. They played really well together. I'm into kind of whooshing them all together for the most part and mixing it, but they were still really, really flavorful and really, really delicious, light, refreshing, just an excellent smoothie. And I don't know if it's a flavor combination I've thought about making before, but anyway, now I will. So let's get into the rankings and reviews. The first are the ingredients on a scale of 1 to 5. And these are 1, meaning everything is pretty easy to find. Nothing is really super expensive. You just buy the frozen fruits and stuff in your freezer section and a couple other ingredients. None of them are costly. Difficulty level on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I'm not ranking it a 1, which is super easy, even though it is easy. The only reason I'm ranking a 1.5 is because you have to blend 2 different layers and stripe it together. You know, with most smoothies, you just put everything in a blender and you blend it and you have a smoothie. So that's why I'm just ranking a little over 1.5. And then would I make this again on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being never and 5 being absolutely? It's a 5. I thought it was a really good smoothie, and I've actually been wanting to get back into drinking more smoothies, more options lately. So this is definitely a smoothie I'm going to make down the road.